Hey guys, hi, I'm Beth Elser, Natural Living Ninja, and I wanted to share with you today and possibly introduce some Facebook friends to you. You might know them. They might be your Facebook friends too, because some of them are mine. Some will make you cringe. In the field of direct sales and network marketing, it has become prevalent that we are advertising and marketing and branding ourselves on social media. And so to do that, we kind of have to be strategic in what we're placing on Facebook. And you know, for years in the corporate world, they have offered years and years of training for marketing and for branding and for all kinds of topics, closing and how to turn your no's into yeses, and all of that has been around for years through all kinds of corporate sales training. But now we have an avenue. Facebook has been around for several years, but just in the last few years, it really has become prevalent for growing your network marketing business. Now, to do that, you have to be strategic, and you have to consider that your Facebook profile is now your office or your storefront. And so certain things we don't want to present on our Facebook wall, and other certain things we want to offer people that will draw them in like a moth to a flame. So certain things are more attractive and have a stronger pull, right, to us than other things. Let me introduce you to some of these Facebook friends. What about this guy? Do you know this guy? What's up? What's up? Hey, did you see those pictures? That dirty joke that I put on Facebook? That was rad, wasn't it? I wonder how many people I offended with that. You know that guy? I know that guy. Who's always placing inappropriate, dirty jokes on Facebook public for his friends to see, and your friends of friends and their kids and your pastor. And what they forget is that Facebook is a wide audience, and you want to become something to everyone. You don't want to just market to the dirty joke teller, right? You want to be something to everyone. You want to be all to everyone. And so, what about this girl? Do you know this girl? Like, did you guys see that naked picture on Facebook? The naked cowboy picture? Well, he wasn't totally naked. He was only halfway naked, because technically his front was covered, but he had chaps on, so the back half was naked, and you could see everything. I mean, it left nothing to the imagination. Isn't that funny? I put it right on my wall. Big old cheeks. Bright and sunshiny today. Did you see it? Did you see it? Did you see the naked cowboy and the chaps? Do you know that girl? I know a few of those girls. Constantly putting inappropriate, almost nude pictures of men on Facebook, and yet I'll try not to go on that topic, but if it were men putting those pictures of women up, they would be screaming feminism and they're being objectified and nonsense. Anyway, I know what nakedness looks like. Do you know? Have you seen someone naked before? Should it be all over Facebook? Probably not. Right? Probably not. What about the bragger? The one-upper? Do you have people like that? They will post on Facebook and they'll be like, somebody will say, oh my gosh, look at this brand new to me car, which is a great post. We love lifestyle posts. But what about the person who comments on there or on their wall post, I got a brand new car, and no payments because we were able to pay for it all with direct sales profit, all of it. And, you know, while I got the car, on the way to get the car, I got this big rock of a diamond, this big boulder that's on my finger, and I thought I would post it on Facebook 42 times at different angles just to try to get the glint of it in your eye. Do you know that, girl? We know some of them, right? I can think of a few. My rock is bigger than your rock. Yeah, that's not okay. That turns people off. People are attracted to humble, non-materialistic, giving, generous people. And so you want to be a magnet, and being a bragger or a one-upper is not going to magnetize anybody to you. We know that, right? What about the people who post on their Facebook wall and the what about me people? What about me? What can you do for me? Who wants to, we've all seen this post, right? Who wants to help me reach my goal? Who wants to help me reach my sales goal? Who wants to help me promote? You know what? Your Facebook friends and family, they don't know your compensation chart. They don't know your rank ladder. They have no idea what it takes to get you to the next rank. And guess what? They don't care. They don't care. They're not going to come and spend $30 or $40 or $100 with you just so you can rank advance. That's about you. That's not about them. That's not about what your product can do for them or offer them, or what type of mentorship you're going to offer your people, or it has nothing to do with them and everything to do with you. So stop posting those. Stop posting those. What can you do for me post, and start being a benefit to your customers and a benefit to your potentials, and start posting ads that are going to tell a story, and the people will learn from the story how you and your company and your product will benefit them. Make it about them. It's not about you. Nobody cares. People that are not in the business, they don't care. They don't, I promise. What about the political ranter? Oh, I cringe every time I see it. It's so hard too, because I personally have my own very strong political views, and so it's so hard for me not to get involved and not to comment. But I don't. I refrain, because we should never be commenting or arguing on our Facebook wall where we conduct our business about really controversial topics like politics. So don't, the person that gets on and posts all about Bernie and Obama and you know, the different candidates, Trump, and they want to make a big stink about it, and they're very vocal and public about insulting a different candidate or a different party. I may agree with them, but I'm not going to put that on my wall, because if I had a cute, quaint little shop down on Main Street downtown, I'm not going to put two political, a liberal and a conservative, up in my storefront window and throw some boxing gloves on them and go, here guys, you guys go beat the crap out of each other, you know, insult each other, drag each other through the mud, you know, publicly behave horribly right in my store window. Go right ahead. Who cares? It don't matter. Guess what? It matters. Stop that. That's not going to attract you customers, and it sure is not going to incite any kind of loyalty or credibility to you, for sure. What about filthy language, right? Some people just cuss a lot. Some people curse a lot. I personally wasn't raised that way, and so we don't curse a lot. In fact, confessions of a child that was raised in the Assembly of God Church and Pentecostal, we were so taught not to say bad words that my brothers and sisters and I kind of made up our own language of made up words that we said instead of cuss words. So yeah, we don't talk filthy, especially in public or on a public forum. Some people think that's fine, but you know what? The majority of people are offended by that, and I'm one of them. I don't like that. And I'm not personally going to buy from somebody who sounds, they need to learn some new adjectives, right? That's how I feel. And a lot of people have the same views as me. And if you don't, that's okay. But when you are presenting yourself to the general population, it's different if you're sitting at your table in your own home with your 3 sisters and your 2 girlfriends from college, and everyone's sitting around having a glass of wine and laughing and being silly, and that's different. Whatever you discuss, that's private. When you're on Facebook, you are public. You are presenting a public version of yourself, and you want it to be the best version of you, that you can possibly offer people. And you want it to be pleasing to the public. You want to make yourself pleasing. So those are the Facebook friends that I wanted to introduce you to. I'm sure you probably know some of them. When you are attempting to present yourself in a manner that draws people into you, that attracts people to you, to your light, to your personality, to what you have to offer them, when you do that, that's called the law of attraction. So when you're using the law of attraction, you will find that your business will grow faster. People will become endeared to you. They will almost develop a sense of familiarity with you, and all of a sudden you are credible, you have a great reputation, you are likable, you are moral, you are somebody that, guess what? Somebody that people want to shake hands with and do business with, right? So that's what we want to do. When you are using your personal social media for direct sales and network marketing, strive for positivity, strive for passion, strive to present something pleasing for everyone. You must learn to be all to all, right? That's what we want to work on, and that is our goal as entrepreneurs. Let's just say, for example, you worked at Apple, and you worked really high up in the Apple Corporation. Do you think for a second, and you were in the IT sales department, and your sole job was to sell new iPhone apps to people who had not used them before? Do you think that for a second you could attract people to you by telling dirty jokes, cursing, behaving publicly questionable, bad behavior, disrespectful, loud, rambunctious? It's that persona. Do you think that you would pull more people in being pleasing? Of course you would. But you know what else? If you worked in that company, do you think that for a second that they're only going to market to one type of person? They're only going to sell that iPhone app to one type of person? No. Do you know the limitations that they would put on their potential if they did that? You want to be all to all. Be everything to everyone. So in doing that, you're going to have to strive to present a very pleasing personality. Now, behind closed doors, you just go right ahead and behave any old way that you like to or want to. That's fine. You just be you. But for business, we're going to be you be you, but you present the very best version of yourself that you can to your potentials. And I promise you, you will start to see some growth in your business. Bye, guys.